Hi, this is Sandy, and I wanted to share with you today how I do my mandala dots. And first, I thought, well, what's the best way to show someone? And they can practice, because I know a lot of people have told me that they love that style of art, but they're completely lost. They don't quite understand. And mandala dots, it's easy, it's relaxing, and basically it's all about balance. Just like doing a puzzle. When you sit down to do a puzzle, you feel relaxed and everything is good. Well, that's the way it is with the mandala dots. So I thought, if you have an old frame, get it out, wash it up, and practice on the glass, because you can wash it off and do it again and again and again until you feel comfortable enough to go out there, buy a canvas, and enjoy yourself. I mean, you will. You'll love this. Now, basically, you get your frame and you measure for your center. So if I wanted the center of this, I'm going to go right to the 6. Now this right here is a glass marker, paintbrush, whatever. So I would mark my first dot right here at the 6. Then I would come around here, make sure that that is where my 6 is. And I would make sure that dot's placed properly. Now, I'm just going to work with 2 colors today because I just want to show you. I'm going to take white and I'm going to make a puddle. There. Now, this is folk art and it's titanium white. I'm going to stir that up. Then this is my stylus. Now, do you see how, whoa, there we go. All right, do you see how I have that loaded? It has rubber tip on it. And the more you squeeze down, press down, the larger that dot's going to be. So I'm going to give a good push and get my center dot. Perfect dot. So I'm going to clean that off. I'm going to show you because I should have shown you. This is what the stylus is. It has a rubber tip. The more you press, the larger the dot's going to be. And I like a large dot in the center. Now I'm going to use my chopsticks because that's what I normally use. And I'm going to go around that with the smallest size that I have done with my chopsticks. It's basically just a really tiny spot on the tip. Okay, so I'm going to go to that dot. I'm going to go right above it, go directly below it. And it's okay if you made your one dot too small and the other one too big. You can always go back and fix. And that's what's nice about practicing on glass, is you can take a Q-tip and wipe it off. Start all over. Okay, so now I'm going to come around and fill in. And if you notice, I'm not pressing very hard on this. Just getting the paint off the tip. And one reason why I'm doing it is because I don't have this up close to my face like I normally would. There we go. So now we have what goes around the large dot. So you're going to put your 4 dots, one on top, one at the bottom, one directly across from each other there. Then you're going to space it out. And it's important to space it because otherwise this dot might be too far from that dot, and as you go around, you're going to have a loopy center circle. All right, so I've already lined my chopsticks up, smallest to largest, and this is the next size, but I'm not going to go with the white. I'm going to add a touch of blue, and this is Skyline, and it's also by Folk Art. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the blue, and I'm going to mix that up. Mix it really, really well. Then I'm going to wipe my chopstick off, and I'm going to go in for the paint. Now I'm going to go between, but if you notice where that dot is, it's just keep an eye on the tip so that you don't take too much paint. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to go back to this one and just add a little to make it a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's hard to do this on camera because normally I'm closer to it. But when you're working on it, there we go. So I've gone between the dots with the next row, and that's what you're gonna do all the way around. This is your basic pattern for the dots. You wipe off your stick, you put it down because now you're gonna add more blue and you're gonna go to the next size. And you're gonna stir it really, really well. Make sure you wipe off your tool. And then now you're going to apply this. And like I said, you're going to go between each of those dots. So now if you were using the same paint and you wanted to go a second row with that same color, make sure you stir your paint up really, really good. Keep an eye on your paint because the paint gets dry and it gets thick. And then you have to add just a little bit of water. And what I usually do is take my chopstick, dip it, water, and then mix it really, really good. All right, so now we're on the next row. We're gonna add a little bit more blue. And I've gone up another size with the chopsticks. So each row you're gonna get another tool to get a little bit larger dot. Because each time, you don't want it like a drastic difference if you can help it. Or maybe that's your design, you want it to be a drastic difference. But I'm talking about the standard mandala. You just want to gradually go from size to size. Now, if you notice, there's little nubs, tips on top of the paint. A lot of people like that. If you don't, and you would like it more flat, then what you're gonna wanna do is just add a little bit of water, just a tinge, and it will thin out the paint, and it will not be with the little tips on the center of your dot. If you get too much of a tip, your paint's too dry. So that's when you want to add. All right, so now we're going to go to the next size. A little bit more paint. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to keep going until I get to all blue, and that would be on the outer edge. Next size, I'm going to stir this up really good. And like I said, using the, I better drop my paper towel here. Always wipe off. Great idea. Clean. And then you get a good true to form for your dots. Now that looks like it's about the same size, so I think what I did was I used the wrong end, because I have both ends are sharpened. So I'm flipping it over. I'm going to go over that dot to increase the size. I forgot what I was saying, but I think it's a great idea. If you have an old frame, like I said, clean it up, get all the little fingerprints, whatever, on the inside and outside off, and use it as a practice board. Use it for your dots. Make several of them and see if you like it. And who knows, maybe the first one you create is going to be that masterpiece, but don't count on it. I think it's like after a couple of them, you're going to be so tickled, you're going to say, oh gosh, I don't want to wash this off. Now what do I do? Well, you get some Krylon and spray it to protect it and hang it. So if you find that you have done something that you really, really like, protect it, save it, hang it on the wall. All right, so this one is not quite large enough, so my eyes must be deceiving me here. All right, so I'm going to go with this one now. So we're going to make it larger. That's a little bit too large, but I'm sure you have the idea, the gist of what I'm doing, and I hope I've been able to give you some ideas and tips, and try it. You're going to find this is one of the most relaxing form of art. You're going to find yourself sitting at a table playing with paint for hours because time just goes by. You don't realize how fast. All right, so I could go on, but I don't want to waste your time. You have a wonderful day, and try this out. I'm going to see if I can get this down here. Try it out. You'll find you like it. Thank you very much and have a most wonderful day.